Hello everyone, today I am going to give you my way too early 2020 NFC playoff seed predictions. Let's get to this. I'm just going to give you the seeds and with a very little bit reasoning why for each team. It's way too early. Remember, same goes for the AFC. There is one extra spot to get into the playoffs. So now instead 12 teams going to the playoffs, it's 14 teams going into the playoffs, one from each conference. Let's get straight to this. I go from 7 on the way up to first. Here we go. 7 seed. This is my sleeper team. Watch out. This team's going to be scary and could even could even upset teams, spoil teams in the playoffs. They at least give them really good games, and it's the Arizona Cardinals. Bringing in DeAndre Hopkins is just what the Cardinals needed, and Kyler Murray could very well be a sneaky dark horse MVP candidate type of player after last season getting Rookie of the Year. Cliff Kingsbury is a great coach, great mind for what this league is getting into, like transferring into. It's really good. 6 seed. It's going to surprise people, but remember last year they only won this division by a goal line stance is the San Francisco 49ers. 7 seed was the Cardinals going 10-6. This team I got them going 11-5. I think they lost some pieces. I think losing Emmanuel Sanders is kind of a big loss. I really do. DeForest Buckner on the defensive end is a big loss. I really think that is. And their number one wide receiver is Deebo Samuel. Nothing against him, but there's nothing that tells me he's one of the superstars wide receivers. Greg Kittle, an amazing tight end. And their run game is still pretty good, but I believe the defense actually takes a step back. But they're still a 6 seed, and they still can make some noise because they are the 49ers. But Super Bowl hangover, maybe a little bit. 5 seed, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They go 11-5 as well. I feel like normally in the NFC, they'd probably win the division, but they have the New Orleans Saints in there. Having Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, a great offense with Mike Evans, having Godwin, just great weapons. Cameron Brate, O.J. Howard. This is really an amazing offense. And even Rashawn Jones, running back, could show some potential. The defensive side just keeps getting better and better, and then franchise tagging Shaq Barrett is exactly what they needed. So 11-5, I think, suits this team well for the way too early predictions. 4 seed in the NFC East. I have the Dallas Cowboys winning it. I do think they do have an easier schedule, and CeeDee Lamb, in my opinion, is the best receiver in the draft, so that helped a ton. They go 10-6. Mike McCarthy is definitely a big step up from Jason Garrett, so I believe Mike McCarthy can get the Cowboys back to the playoffs. The 3 seed, I have the Green Bay Packers going 11-5. There's a lot of criticism on this team, especially trading up into getting Jordan Love. But the thing is, this team really did not lose a lot either. Their biggest loss was Brian Bulaga, but other than that, and Blake Martinez, they kind of replaced them too. So it's nothing that's going to be too scary for Green Bay. Little bit of a dip off because last season they went 13-3, but I think 11-5 suits them. They're a 3 seed. I think they definitely host the first wild card game. 2 seed, I have the New Orleans Saints stepping up, getting Emmanuel Sanders. Drew Brees' farewell season. Obviously, won't talk too much about him right now, but this team otherwise is very complete, and they have the best wide receiver in football in Michael Thomas. 1 seed, I have the Seattle Seahawks. I think Russell Wilson is going to have a very MVP-type season. Bringing in Greg Olsen at tight end, I think it's kind of sneaky good, personally. And I think their defense it's not at Legion of Boom level, but it's starting to be at the point where it's decent enough to close out football games. And Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson, they're going to find ways to win games in the fourth quarter because I believe they're the best fourth quarter football team. So that is my 7 way too early NFC playoff team predictions. This is going to be my last video for a little while because in the last just couple weeks, I think in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I've done 10 uploads. So we're kind of tired here. We'll probably take at least a week off, but make sure for whatever comes next, you subscribe because you don't want to miss it. You guys stay safe. And until then, I'll see you guys.